I've been using Thrive Suite for a long time. You guys know that I'm a pretty big fan, but for a long time, I've been like President Reagan out there being like, tear down this wall because it was so closed-natured. Well, with the new release of Thrive Automator, everything looks like it might have changed. Let me tell you about it. So when I first talked about Thrive Automator, it had just come out and it was in beta. And now when something is in beta, that means that they're still testing it. It might be full of bugs and they're sort of just giving you a warning, but you're still free to play around with it. And so that's the way Thrive Automator was. Well, as you can see here right now, it is now out of beta completely. All right. And that's like a pretty big announcement that it's out of beta, but typically that just kind of is a status change. It doesn't mean a whole lot, but it's actually really cool what's going on here. And I wanted to point out what that is. First of all, you'll see that it says for free right here. And that's one thing to keep in mind with Thrive Automator is that it is completely and totally free. You do not need to be a Thrive Suite member in order to get it. You will be signing up for a free account with Thrive Themes, but it is, again, completely and totally free. I did go and look in the WordPress plugin repository. It is not there. So they do have that going on, is that they do want you to have an account with Thrive Themes, but just go ahead and do it. It's free, okay? But the fact that it's free is actually really cool because all the capabilities that it's going to have, and we'll talk about that in a minute, are going to be completely free for an unlimited number of sites. Like there's no limitations, there's no pro version, none of that stuff. It's just free. Whereas if you go to some of the competition like AutomatorWP, this is a really popular option out there and the core plugin is free for it. However, a lot of the actual integrations are premium and you have to pay for those premium options, or you need to go and get one of those access passes like this in order to get a lot of those things. And you can also see that they limit it to the number of sites, okay? Same when you go over to Uncanny Automator. It's the same exact thing that you got to pay for the pro version. They do have a free version, but it's going to be a lot more locked down. And the pro version is limited on number of sites and things like that. But to contrast that with what they're doing with Thrive Automator, and it's completely and totally free, unlimited number of sites, no limitations whatsoever. So that's a pretty big thing, okay? The other thing that's really, really cool about what they're doing is that they've really opened it up. And so that whole tear down this wall thing, well, they've done it. They've really torn down the wall and made working with Thrive Themes tools really easy. The cool thing is Thrive Automator could sit there and act as a bridge, and you don't even need to, outside developers don't even need to just say, well, I want to work with other Thrive Themes tools, because you can use Thrive Automator to work with any other stuff too. And it's all right out in the open. The big thing is that they built this to be API driven rather than just simply based all internal to WordPress. And so that means that it's all very well documented for any outside provider of any piece of software to work with Thrive Automator. They don't even have to go through the Thrive Themes people to get an integration built or wait around for it. It's done. And in fact, if you go over to GitHub, I mean, they've literally documented everything here. Here's the third-party autoresponder integration. It's all laid out here with very good documentation. And then same over here, where it's all documented on how to build this stuff. They've even created an example plugin, and basically the developer can just go in there and modify it. They don't even have to program the thing from scratch. So that's a pretty cool thing that they've opened up to that degree. So you can see that they've really opened up Thrive Automator so that pretty much anybody can use it. Any developer can develop for it without worrying about dealing with Thrive Themes, and anybody can install this to their site and build automations right into their website without a bunch of premium software. So it's, as it says right here on their page, it says Thrive Automator for everyone, okay? But some of the things that you could do with it, like add a customer to your mailing list after they purchase one of your products with WooCommerce. This is stuff that you could do with the other automation platforms, of course. And there's, in some cases, there's even alternative ways of doing this. For example, you could do that with Fluent CRM built right in. But this is the kind of thing that you can do with it. And the interface is really, really nice. It really hasn't changed much since the first time that I've looked at it. The interface is nice and clean, very linear in how that works. And so there's no major changes in that regard, but it is officially out of beta. It's wide open. And I think what's really cool about this is not only is the Thrive Themes ecosystem really opening up to anybody, that's definitely something that I'm very happy to see. But I think Thrive Automator could be positioned to actually give the competition in terms of Uncanny Automator and AutomatorWP a run for their money. And that's because it's a bit of a market upset to come in there and say, this is just going to be wide open. It's going to be completely free for everybody in an unlimited way. The big trade-off right now is that Thrive Automator is not yet up to the point where it has the degree of integrations that the other ones have. And that's just because it's a newer platform, okay? But I think because of how wide open it is, it will eventually get there and give those other ones a real run for the money. And so regardless of whether you're a Thrive Themes customer or not, I think that Thrive Automator is going to become something worth using for a lot of people. Okay, so that's the news with Thrive Automator. It is out of beta and it kind of has some meaning. I think it's going to be a really, really cool thing. Click the link below if you want to grab a copy of that. I can't send you into the repository because they just don't have it listed there, but click the link below. You'll head on over there. And if you're a Thrive Suite customer already, you already know that you have access to this. But if you're not, you don't need to be. You just go click, you're going to create a free account with Thrive Themes and you'll be able to download it and install it and put it on any website you want. Okay? If you have any questions, let me know. Talk to you later.